Yo, what's good? So something I used to be obsessed with is the word networking. And so it's a big thing that people talk about where it's like networking is super, super important. The people that you're around, your net worth is your network is your net worth, all this stuff. I completely agree with it. I think it's still very, very, very important. Definitely don't like stop thinking about it. But at the end of the day, the number one thing is how much money are you making? And are you choosing the right business model and are you putting 4 to 8 hours a day into it? Doesn't matter if you're doing it in freaking Kentucky. Doesn't matter if your best friend is doing the same thing. Doesn't matter if it's an online job or if it's like some other kind of job. Are you putting 4 to 8 hours into a good business model that has a high amount of projection of money that you can make? And that's it. You could obviously start becoming friends with people on like Discord. You could start becoming like friends with people online that can guide you toward the way of making more and more money. It's not that you need to have like these billionaire kind of connections. Of course, that helps, right? Being friends with a billionaire, like, multimillionaire, and they could bring you to like a higher social class, right? And you obviously want to do that. That's something that's really, really important long term. But if you're trying to make money, it's you and the computer, you and the computer and learning things from stuff that you can find online. You have ChatGPT, you have Claude, you have communities, you have forums, you have Discords, you have all these things. You have people you could expose yourself to more people online. It's incredible the amount of things you could do without even having much of a network, to be honest. Um, my network has gotten me very, very far for sure. But at the same time, like as I'm like getting a bit older, I'm realizing that like, hey, like these guys would probably like betray me the second I like show any kind of weakness, to be completely honest. And of course, like they're like my good friends, right? But like it's just making me realize more and more. Like one of my very good friends of mine he's like a textbook like great network to have. And he went to like a top university in like the US, Ivy League and everything like that. And he's making like great money already as only like a 22-year-old. But I mean, we kind of had a fallout because of like a business thing. Um, and that's fine, right? But it just made me realize like, I don't really need him. Like nothing really changes. It's just like I just need to keep doing what I'm doing and he needs to keep doing what he's doing. That's pretty much it. And just because he's smart, just because he's rich, obviously that gives him an advantage, but it's still about me. If I put in more work, if I put in more effort toward that goal, I'm gonna get a better result. The same way, it's like, is your network gonna help you get bigger muscles in the gym? It's like, well, a bit like maybe they can help you go to the gym. Maybe you have a personal trainer which can help you out there. All that stuff helps. But at the end of the day, it's going to be in your mind. And are you going to lift the weight or are you not going to lift the weight? Right? It's the same thing with business. You want to start a business, right? Of course, people can help you. They can loan you money. Business could, like, money could obviously skyrocket your success, of course, if you have a good amount of money, right? It gives you more leverage. By the end of the day, do you know what you're doing? If you learn everything that you know you're doing, it's just you and the computer. And I'm going to talk about ecom because, that's my industry that I'm in. You don't need that many people for ecom, man. It's just you. You don't even want more people in your business because the margins in tend to be so low. It's just going to be you and your business and having a few people who can help you up if you have questions, having a few insiders who you can connect with, which cost money, right? So you need money anyway. And that's pretty much it. Maybe find one or two close friends that are in the same industry as you. They don't even have to be super rich. They just need to be very, very motivated. And you're going to get very, very far with that. Don't obsess over network. You become the network that other people want to have. That's it.